Hi. The big question is, what causes hair loss? Everyone's heard all kinds of reasons for hair loss. Everything from wearing caps and hats to blaming it on your mother's side of the family. Even clogged pores trapping the hair under the scalp. None of these is true. And no amount of expensive shampoos, lotions, or potions can solve the problem either. Well then, what does cause hair loss? It's been blamed on many things, but the answer is genetics. You inherit it from both sides of your family. It's called male pattern baldness or female pattern baldness. Our family has had a history of hair loss. My dad, Dan Latham, had the micro-mini graft procedure, and both my brothers, Steve and I, have had the micro-mini graft procedure too. Now, here to answer some of your questions about hair transplants is Dr. Carl Shorey.
The main difference with hair transplants today is the size of the graft. In the past, we did a much larger graft, but today the grafts are much smaller. In 1986, we were the first clinic in the country to switch over to doing exclusively mini grafts and micrografts. Today, they're mini grafts, micrografts, slit grafts, slot grafts, single follicular graft, single hair grafts. The size of the graft is very important, but even more important than that is the skill of the surgeon. There are a lot of surgeons that are purely technicians. There's other surgeons that are technicians as well as artists. It's important to have somebody that really does a lot of hair transplants, does them full time, and understands the placement of the graft, the direction of the hair, and the placement of the hairline.
Why does it grow? Why doesn't it just fall out?
Men lose their hair because of the presence of the male hormone dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. DHT affects hair in different parts of the body in different ways. Body hair will make it grow thicker or stronger. Hair on the top of your head or the front of your head, it will thin or fall out. Hair on the back of your head it has very little effect on. That's why we can move this hair from the back of your head to the top of your head, and it will continue to grow.
Can I wear a hair replacement while getting a transplant?
In most cases, you only need to leave the hair replacement off for the day of surgery. You can usually put it on the next day.
One question we hear quite often is, when should I consider having a hair transplant? The answer is as soon as you see your hair beginning to thin and fall out. Then we can add mini grafts between the existing hairs and in effect solve your hair loss problem before it starts.